Hello, I'm John Joe. Welcome to Kane's Raft. Today we have Bike Rush, who's playing as Black Hand, versus Masterleaf as Scrim. So Bike Rush is up in the north, Masterleaf is down here. And this is on the map Tournament Dust Bowl, I think. And it's going straight into scouting, very normal strategy, but Masterleaf seems to be not really doing much right now. He's got something building, it could be a crane. Taking this long, or it could just be straight into refineries, but he's not going for scouts just yet. Beacons have been placed by each player. Yeah, he's gone into a refinery straight away. He's turned off the power so he can increase the speed of, basically so he's not out of power while he builds his power plant. Bike Rush is sending out 4 groups of infantry this way. Didn't seem to grab an engineer, so I don't think he's going for the Tiberium Spike. I don't see it if he did. Anyway, so he's back into refineries, so Masterleaf may be ahead when it comes to eco, just slightly. Bike Rush is scouting the map right now. He knows what's going on a bit better. He did get an engineer, I didn't see that. Whereas Masterleaf has no idea what Bike Rush is doing right now until he's got a seeker out. He has spotted a scout coming in right now. He's probably going to go into a gun walker. No, he's going for harvesters. Thought he would be trying to anti-scout at least a little bit, but he is playing just a standard game, so there isn't really any need to scout. But Bike Rush, knowing that he hasn't been scouted, is trying to do something sneaky. He's gone all in. And he's going straight for bikes. He's going for a heavy bike attack right now. So this is going to be a very fast-paced game, and if Bike can overwhelm him with the extra cash he got from selling off his MCV, then Bike Rush will win very quickly. But if Masterleaf can simply defend from the attacks, Bike Rush is going to have a hard time coming back from this. He's only got one refinery up and running right now, but he does have a lot of money to get into this game really quickly. And with Masterleaf going heavy eco right now, this might be a bit hard for him to take on. He does have a few seekers to defend with, but bikes are really fast. And this is literally giving him his name, BikeRushOwnZ. And he's going to try and own Masterleaf with the biggest bike rush you can actually do. He's bringing in his riflemen, I can't remember what they're called, the Confessors, to try and take on these Seekers, while the bikes are trying to kite the enemy, sending in their attacks and running away while they reload. And it is being a very effective strategy. He has lost a few bikes, but he has killed a Seeker at the minute. And I think he may have got a Harvester as well. No, there's still 3 on the field. The Bike Rush has retreated. He does own this building as well, with something in there. Still got his infantry around, and his bikes are in the back of the base. I can't see them on the map very well. But the Devastator warship is charged, and it is doing 1-hit KOs to these bikes. And it can take repairs, so it's not going to get killed very easily by these bikes. But with enough of them, one shot from all of them could easily take it out. But now there's 2 Devastator warships. He's going to still carry on with the artillery. The long-range firing, trying to snipe these units. And he's also got Corruptor on the field, trying to repair the Scrin units. There we go, he's trying to get in to get this Harvester. It's being defended really well, and the Corruptors as well can even repair the Harvesters. Bike is trying his best to maintain the progress of his production. And he's also managed to get an MCV back on the field. And with when he sold his MCV, he managed to get another engineer, and he captured this Spike with it. So this isn't too much of an all-in now, because Bike Rush has tried to come back from that rush. And he's got his MCV back on, and he'll be able to try and increase his eco once again. We do have some Confessors coming into the top here to try and take on a Harvester. I think this is more of just a distraction as the bike's coming through the south. And he has spotted the airfield now. 2 airfields on the field, and he's going to manage to take out this power plant, which he knows that Masterleaf is struggling with, because when this came online it was black and therefore unpowered. Up in the north we do have BikeRush getting back onto the game with his eco, and he is pretty much keeping up with the eco gaining as Masterleaf. He's not far behind when it comes to this field being eaten up. Masterleaf is expanding to the next field, but BikeRush is already there. Masterleaf does have quite a few air units, and these might be good for harassment, but with Bike having quite a few bikes on the field as it is, that is quite a lot of anti-air to have already. BikeRush has a radar buggy with these bikes, and the Storm Raiders are taking out the infantry, the scouts around the map, so that he can stop Bike from knowing what's going on around the game. Got a Seeker seeking around the map, trying to scout out what he can find. And we're getting some flame tanks on the field. As Black Hand, we do expect to see some fire in the game. And BikeRush is already preparing anti-air around his harvesters to make sure that Masterleaf can't snipe them. His Devastators are coming in as well as the Storm Raiders. One taking quite heavy fire now. And they are trying to take out the bikes as fast as possible so that the ground forces can remain active. And this is being healed by 2 Corruptors right now. But BikeRush is trying to overwhelm the recovery rate with just overwhelming damage as the Storm Raiders are trying to prevent any units from getting too close to it. But with the amount of anti-air on the field right now, it might not be worth the engagement for those Storm Raiders. But Masterleaf is trying to just keep them out of range. BikeRush sold off one of the war factories because he couldn't keep up with the production, I assume. Battery's trying to switch into something else. Oh, we got a Mantis now, so that's going to be able to move around and try and catch the air units off guard. But the Devastator got one quick shot off on it, but it will be able to repair from the war factory right now. Down in the south, though, that flame tank did get caught out before it could get to Masterleaf's base, and he managed to deal with it pretty fast. Unfortunately, though, BikeRush's production is completely off right now. He does have a barracks coming out onto the field now, but these Corruptors, if they change their attack, they can take out these infantry really fast. He's reverse moved them out, so now they're not healing it, but it doesn't need it too much anyway. They're going to heal each other instead. I've got to be honest, it does look a bit weird. Anyway, it's like a Bike used his power to get the buzzers in there, and he covered the front door, which means they can't really do much right now. This Reckoner is on the field with 1 Rocketeer in it, so it's not going to be too threatening. Getting some Black Hand in there with some flame units would make that quite a serious problem for Masterleaf if he could get it into position. Storm Raiders are going to try and take out these Tiberium Spikes, reducing the economy of BikeRush. And even over here we have the Devastator taking on this Tiberium Spike, which BikeRush also owns. We're getting a little flag here because there are infantry walking through a Tiberium field, which they get damaged from. This Spike is about to go down. Let's have a quick look at how they're doing. I mean, Masterleaf has pretty much eaten half of this field up, and BikeRush is just slightly behind, maybe. But both players have eaten up the whole Tiberium field of their starting location. They still have another one to expand to, which would be down here for Bike and up here for Masterleaf, generally speaking. He did sell off his expansion there, though, because of this Reckoner, so that maybe it is a bit more threatening than we once thought. That was a good prediction from BikeRush to see that come in and get that up there instead of an MCV. We have some Millipedes on, Mechapedes on the field now. Ooh. Did I just miss a Catalyst Missile? Yes, I did. There it is. And we do have the Warp Chasm, which will produce 1 large bug-like creature, the Eradicator Hexapod. Over here we have the Artillery or Devastator, Devourer tanks taking on the Scorpions, and the Storm Raiders have taken out the arms of this defense turret, making them pretty useless until they repair. And now they have. They're going to take out at least 1, 2 Storm Raiders. And another one's going to get heavily damaged. No, it does go down. Meanwhile, BikeRush also has his epic unit trying to be built. And we've got a lot of infantry on the field here. And this MCV is very lightly defended. But the Eradicator Hexapod is going to come in and take them out before they can really do enough damage over there. There's a lightning spike here taking out these anti-air turrets to make way for the Storm Raiders if and when needed. We have the bikes over here that are trying to take on this MCV. And the Tiberian Vaporon comes down, it's nearly dead. There we go, we have it destroyed. Masterleaf is now without an MCV. He does have the ability to create one through one of these structures here. That lightning spike's still doing its thing. BikeRush's Redeemer here, he doesn't seem to have any infantry attached to it just yet, but you can add 2 infantry to it. It looks like it's going to set it up. I saw a barracks pop up here, but Masterleaf I also don't think has any infantry attached to his Eradicator Hexapod, which you can have 3 added to. He's getting an engineer out, I assume that's going for that. And these guys are still just attacking this power plant here. And I saw an MCV pop up again for Masterleaf, setting off a rage generator there to try and make the units fire on each other. And that Obelisk of Light taking out one of these sections of the Mechapeds. But to take one out, you really need to destroy the head. I don't know how you do that. I think you just force fire on the head part itself. Otherwise, you're just going to shoot off one of the segments instead. Bikes are coming in. These are upgraded bikes now. And they are taking out the things a lot faster. Yeah, and this Redeemer has 2 engineers in it. Meaning it's going to get a lot of repairs really fast. As fast as a Redeemer can, anyway. Going to be backed up by a lot of infantry, which Black Hand are probably the best at doing. The Eradicator Hexapod is being followed by a Corruptor that's going to try and repair it, but he is on low health himself. And the bikes are trying to come in and try and do some harassments on these harvesters. But the the Devourer tanks are going to stop them from doing too much damage there. Redeemer is right in his base. Annihilated Tripod is right there, firing at his own stuff after the Rage Gen went off. And this Warp Sphere is down. Even Masterleaf, with just some airfields, MCV and Tech Center, at least he's still got that to be fair. And he's got a barracks up and running now, so he's getting his Shock Troopers potentially to go into this. I see he's already got something in there. It looks like Masterleaf is switching into infantry right now. And the Mechapede goes down from these Rocketeers. As he goes heroic, we have a heroic Rocketeer, which means he'll look awesome when he fires his weapon. And we have a bike ranking up as well from killing the other Mechapede. There we go, yeah, Shock Troopers all round in this Eradicator Hexapod. And these epic units look like they're coming in for an engagement soon. I think Masterleaf has other plans. He's going up towards the north section to defend his expansion, while the Redeemer is coming to the south to attack his old location. And it is fairly undefended, with his MCV being quite important there to defend. The reactor is under fire, it's going down. We don't need to worry too much as Masterleaf is keeping an eye on that. Got his base set up here, he's got a fair amount of harvesters running over there. Got one Annihilated Tripod left here and still doing, another one's just popped out. But BikeRush is going for a lot of infantry here. And these guys from Blackhand are actually really powerful. The disadvantage to Blackhand is though they actually don't have any air units. But they do have a nuke on the other hand, which has just come out onto the field. Pick it, find it, yep, there you go. That will fire a nuke at the enemy if Masterleaf doesn't destroy it. And they've got a second one now. The only reason they can have two is because one of them is a decoy. You've got to figure it out. That's one of the abilities they have. The one is a fake, and Storm Rider's going down. I can tell which one's fake, because this one's real because it's got the computer there. I just sworn I heard something go off then. I think he took out some refineries with another catalyst missile. And we have a wormhole opening up, which... Where's that from? There. So they're all going through that. That was a mastermind coming in. And BikeRush is sending his units through the wormhole instead, which means they are coming through right here. But unfortunately for BikeRush, that's not working out well for him, because this Eradicator Hexapod has managed to get a lot of kills quite easily with his splash damage, but the EMPs from the radar buggy has immobilized this Eradicator Hexapod and therefore potentially left it a bit vulnerable. It did come back online and he has taken out the rest. But BikeRush is moving his other units in there. Anyway, I wanted to check out the thing. Yeah, there's no computer on that one. That one is the fake. So the one that's the proper one is at the right-hand side of the left-hand side of the map. And we have something coming in right now that could be the vapor bomb again. As the Redeemer hits the drone platform there, and it's nearly destroyed it with the vapor bomb as well. And there are black hands on the field. There is no way Masterleaf can defend from that. Masterleaf is bringing his units back in from the top, trying to take out what's left of BikeRush. He's put his stasis shield down, stopping this Redeemer, and he's hit it with a Tiberium missile, a Tiberium meteor, and taken out quite a lot of the infantry on the ground. But these flame units are pretty relentless, and they are going to take down structures really fast. And there's a mastermind here, so that's going to be able to mind control some units. And I think, I can't remember if he has the group mind control, but he's going to get taken out as he's left behind. I've forgotten about that. There's a Eradicator Hexapod. Well, the tripod looks like he got close enough to the Redeemer that it actually took out, or used an EMP on it. But the radar bug has now EMP'd the Eradicator Hexapod. Unfortunately for BikeRush, it looks like the Eradicator Hexapod might be the last one standing here, as the Redeemer is about to go down, and it gives Masterleaf some extra credits for that, because it was close enough to the Redeemer. BikeRush is focusing down the Corruptor as he tries to take on the Eradicator Hexapod, but the buggy has come in, and they can chain this now and keep EMPing it if Masterleaf can't come along and free it. As soon as it comes back online, this buggy will go off and continuously do that until Masterleaf frees it from its trap here. BikeRush not willing to keep on the engagement now, and this Eradicator Hexapod can live another day, but I can imagine BikeRush is already working on his next Redeemer. There it is. And that is going up quite slow, so I think that is the Redeemer there. As the reinforcements come through, Masterleaf is pretty much on a timer now, because he has no MCV. He doesn't have the ability to make a new one, or a drone platform. Don't think. Has he got anything left down here? No, he doesn't. He's got that. So, yep, he is now limited on construction. He cannot build any air units or any structures. And the Redeemer's back online now. We've got a barracks here that can be added to that. I think he's going for engineers straight away. He is. The EMP goes off and takes out pretty much the majority of what Masterleaf has left, leaving the back armor of these units exposed. And these Rocketeers with the Redeemer's help will do too much damage here. This Eradicator Hexapod is going down right now, and the Redeemer is the last one left on the battlefield now. And Masterleaf doesn't have the capability to make another one, I don't believe. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have that. Doesn't have this structure anymore for Scrin. There we go. Masterleaf has called the white flag now. So I hope you enjoyed that battle. I think BikeRush did a very good job at trying to control the enemy and micromanaging all those units. If you like this video, then subscribe, and I have 2 videos on screen if you want to watch any more. Thank you for watching. I'll see you around.